All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Behind the Grind Official. I'm here with Gabe Green, who's just come off a very, very impressive win. Uh, Gabe, my first question is, first of all, how do you feel, man, after getting such an exciting fight, and a huge win? How do you feel?
I feel good that I won. It's always feels great to get a dub, especially after so long and my layoff and not fighting for a while. Getting that first win in a very long time feels amazing. Uh, Very addictive. So I'm gonna get a couple more this year. But I'm just besides that though, a little like I'm happy I won, but looking back at it, just think a lot of stuff to work on, a lot of stuff I shouldn't have done. So, but also because of that, like a little bummed that I didn't do like my best, but also excited knowing that while not performing at the best me, I was still able to win. So like when I do perform at the best me comes out, I'm a really win.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if that's a performance that you're not impressed with, then I'm I'm really excited to see a performance that you're impressed with. So my first question about the fight is the way you attacked his legs. Was that part of the plan, or was that something that you saw that one connected and you were like, oh man, like I can go after this now?
I use them in my like repertoire. I throw them in while I'm training a lot, but it wasn't something where I was like, you know what, there's the game plan. I'm gonna stay on the outside. I'm gonna kick his leg. It was the game plan was always I'm outbox him. I know he has reach on me, but I'm gonna get inside and I'm gonna mess him up. But I think he threw the first leg kick and I checked it, and then I threw one back, but it looked like mine hurt him a little bit more. So I just kept on throwing him, and then it worked. It started adding up real damage to him in the end.
Yeah. Another thing that you went for a couple times that you were pretty close at, you had a couple leg locks. There was a few times when it looked like you had a good one, and then for whatever reason he pulled out or you let go. Is that a submission that you're really comfortable with?
Yeah, I like reaping the knee and then going for like the heel hook. I don't know. I felt like I didn't have it. Looking back at it, my coach was like, "Oh, yo, he was ready to tap," but it just like from the sweat, and stuff like that from the fight when I had it reaped over, and then like I try to move it up to my neck and finish it that way because I feel like I have a better hold right there, but it felt kind of loose and I didn't feel confident in finishing it there. So I just was trying to use it to stand up, but he exploded a little quicker than me and he was able to get on top.
Right. So I think it was the second, maybe the third round, he landed probably the cleanest shot that he landed in the whole fight.
I'm
Um, huh? Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he landed clean right hand.
Yeah. Did that like stun you or kind of catch you off guard or
Not at all.
really?
I guess I'm part of my nickname gift is gifted with the extreme chin or
The
something.
chin.
It was mean. It was full extension right at the end of his punch and
Yeah.
cracked me clean. Like as I was like stepping into it, and I was just like, all right,
Yeah.
it
I mean,
was.
it looked like it landed complete, and you just ate it and kept going. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
I was just like, all right, what's up? What
Yeah,
I
exactly.
he
How
had
how how? Go ahead. Sorry.
I wasn't nothing he landed was like detrimental. Like it didn't hurt me. Nothing he had could hurt me.
Right. How deflating is it when I'm sure it's happened where you land a good punch and you feel like it connects and then he just keeps on walking forward. Is that how deflating is that to your confidence?
Yeah, no, it's pretty it hurts a little bit. You're like, man, what the heck do I gotta hit this guy with?
Yeah.
Some people out there have a chin. I fought this guy in 2018 for a belt. My last fight before I was in the UFC, and it was a war. I was cracking him,
Mm.
and then I dropped him actually, and then I think I woke him up because he was on the floor and I cracked him again, and then he started moving, and then but like he started standing up. I was like, what the heck? Like what do I have to hit you with? But then a couple
Yeah.
punches after that, I dropped him again, and it was over. But yeah, you're just like sometimes you're just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to be professional about it. Like not get in your own head and just keep on doing what you're doing, not let anything affect you. Because I mean, although some people got great chins, everybody's humans and everybody's a human, and
Yeah.
you can only take so much.
Yeah. So after coming off a loss of your UFC debut, did you feel like this fight was kind of like you were with all the cuts that the UFC's been making recently, and Dana's saying, he's gonna cut more guys. Did you feel like this was kind of a fight that you had to win?
I feel like I gotta win every fight.
Yeah, of course, that's the spirit.
No, but no, especially I mean after losing my first one, I saw that they were cutting a lot of people who were 0-2 and not even finishing their contract. So that was big on me. I was like, I can't lose this fight. Like I definitely I gotta go out there and do my best to win. So
Right.
yeah, I was pretty like, oh man, let me get this dub for sure. That and the
Yeah.
next one, they're cutting people who was 1-2 too. So
I
it's not
know.
I'm not out of the fire yet. I mean,
Dude, some of them were crazy, man. They were cutting some people I was really, really surprised with. But
yeah,
I mean, hey, I'm not sure why, but I don't know. How's the cut to 170 for you?
it's extremely easy and the greatest
Really?
thing I've ever done. Yeah, no, because I used to fight at 155 and it was tough to make weight. It was tough to make weight. I would do it, but I'd be running like 1,000 miles a day and like not eating any food and like
Yeah.
just extremely depleted the whole time. Never even like I couldn't even do a push up. If I did a push up, I gained 5 pounds. So like I was just nothing was strength training whatsoever when I was at 155. It was pure cardio,
Mm.
and then like my sessions for technique and all that. But yeah, extremely undercaloried all the time, and then I would still get stuck at like 173 or 175, like extremely uh lean already, and then have to do like just pure water from right there. And,
Yeah.
and I would I would make weight. I would make weight. I'm luckily a pretty good sweater, but yeah, it was I like passed out a couple of times making 155. So the
Yeah.
cut to 170, super nice. I like
Nothing.
I was at 174 the night I woke up, or the day I woke up to weigh-ins, and
Mm.
I cut it in an hour. Like just the 4 pounds are just.
Yeah.
So yeah, I drank a bunch of water the night before. I wasn't dehydrated. I actually had a 3 full meals the night before too. Woke up still 174.
Mm.
Um, Jumped in the sauna for like 30 minutes, wrapped myself in blankets for 30 minutes, and then I was under by a half a pound. So
Yeah.
170 definitely where's that.
That's how do you think like what are your thoughts on guys who cut like an unnecessary amount of weight? Like do you obviously you've had success at 170. Do you feel like fighting at your natural weight is more beneficial or cutting down to fight lighter guys is better?
I think I mean, there's benefits both ways. Like I mean, I won a lot at 155.
Mm.
I definitely did, but I know going into when it came to rehydration and the actual day that I was fighting, I wouldn't I would feel strong, well, stronger than my opponent usually, but like personally, I felt weak still and like nowhere near what I felt like when I was in camp. I felt like I was always missing a step
Right.
as opposed to fighting at 170 because like I feel amazing. And I think for me personally, that me feeling amazing thing is that little boost right there in my confidence where like, throw whatever you want at with me. Like it doesn't matter. I'm gonna come and get you. That right there pays way more dividends for me than knowing that I can just lay on someone and like, I'm the bigger guy. I'd
Right.
rather be the smaller guy with a bunch of fight than, like a bigger guy who's not at his best.
Yeah.
But that was just me.
Yeah. So looking forward into 2021, we're still very early in the year and you've got a win, you're 1-0 this year. You said you wanted to fight more times this year. How often are you looking at fighting?
I don't know. I want to get 4 in like at least. So I want to get another 3 in before the year's over. Uh, but I'm trying to get my eyes are pretty bad. I can't see. Uh, these glasses are on for they're not just a style piece. Um, so we're looking at actually on Monday I go for a consultation for eye surgery to fix these things, and
Gotcha.
I think it's like a 30-day layoff after you get the surgery. So I'm gonna try to jump in, get that as soon as possible, take my layoff, and then right back to camp. Hopefully fight by like June or July, and then like again sometime in September, and then December, November after that. So yeah, trying to get the 4.
Is the eye stuff because of fighting or is it just something that you've always
Nah,
had?
it's just genetic. I'm just
Always.
like when you do the eye test, there's like one letter, the 2 letter, and the three
Yeah.
letters. I can't see the three letters. I'm like
Oh dang.
I'm out there just like I can't tell. And then I have bad astigmatism, so like my depth perception is real bad. So
Mm.
whenever and that is important for fighting to tell how far things are.
Yeah.
That's actually my main problem besides like the being able to see far or near. It's the depth. My depth perception is pretty bad. So,
Gotcha.
I figure if I can make people miss right now, I think with two good, I'm really gonna be able to make people miss.
Yeah. It was like Bisping, where he had one eye and he won the middleweight championship with one eye. Kind of
Yeah.
like that. It's crazy. So if you a dream matchup for you, what would it be? Anyone past or present at 170, 155, whatever you want. Who would a dream fight for you be?
Ooh, dream fight. I'm going GSP. I'm trying to take out the greatest of all time.
ESP, all
That,
right.
that'd be the one. If I could choose
Yeah.
anybody ever, GSP all day.
Dang.
You beat GSP, you're automatically like, oh,
Yeah.
that guy's great.
Exactly.
That's you're
Exactly.
goated. You beat GSP, you're goated.
Yeah.
So gotta go with him.
Is that how you think the GOAT is, GSP?
I really do, man. From everything when it comes to being like a martial artist, it's like on in and outside of the cage, just a great person, and it just really lived by the code, being like a warrior, and I love that about him. So yeah, for sure
Yeah.
the go.
The crazy part about GSP to me is like he was so like wrestle heavy in his career. Like, he was his grappling was insanely good, but that wasn't even his like that
Yeah,
wasn't even what got him into martial arts, which
yeah,
is
he was
insane
a
to me.
karate. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's crazy how he is considered probably one of the best MMA wrestlers of all time, and he didn't wrestle in college. He didn't wrestle as a kid. He
Yeah.
just picked it as on his journey through martial arts.
Yeah.
I thought I'm trying to be like that too. I started the whole fighting thing pretty late, and I haven't been actively training for that long. I think if you take out the 2 years of me training, or my layoff with injuries, I've only been training for like 5 years, going on 5 years. So I'm pretty new to the whole game. I'm doing
Yeah.
pretty good stuff,
Yeah.
being pretty new to it, but
Yeah.
uh, I'm looking forward to expanding on all aspects of my game, like GSP, and just like being considered the best of something without even training for it that long. Picking up late.
Right. And everybody's journey is different too. I've talked with some other guys before, and Modestas Pekauskas, I just talked to a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you know him. He's at light heavyweight, but he was saying, like he wants to be the greatest, and he just had a knockout loss against Jimmy Crute, but like he was saying his journey is gonna be different, and I think with GSP, people still consider him the greatest, and it's insane because he lost twice, in the prime of his career, I would say, and he was able to avenge them and become the greatest. So it's interesting, and I feel like it's probably good for fighters to have that, even if coming off a loss or two losses, you can still be the greatest. There's nothing that you have to like prove. You don't have to be undefeated. You don't have to have a ton of title defenses. It's just it's interesting to me how fighters have different journeys and stuff like that.
Yeah, no,
I,
like that's like the whole hard thing. It's hard, especially in MMA. There's so many variables and aspects of the game that going undefeated in MMA is like that's hard. There's a bunch of kids out there that are training, and they're just as good as you. You just got to be the better of them that night over. So yeah, because I've lost 3 times, and it's still my goal to be the greatest. And
exactly. Yeah.
I would like to avenge all those losses, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to.
Yeah.
But those opportunities do arise. I will take them.
Of course, of course. All right, so man, my final question is, if you could describe your fight style in one word, what would it be? It's a tough question. It's a tough question.
There is, man. I would just say me, but I think you need a better answer than that. Let me find like an adjective.
A lot of guys have no. Whenever I ask this question, they're like, "Oh man," and they sit there for a second because MMA is such like a wide sport. Like you can't just describe it in one thing. That's why it's a tough question to answer.
Because I would say it's bullish, but I think I got a little more finesse. Bull,
Hey, Bully's a good one. Bully's a good one. Bro, you looked like a pit bull, bro, that fight was crazy. The first round I was watching, and he was throwing everything, and everything that he was throwing right away, you had responses to it, and like
Yeah.
like the commentary team was talking about how like oh he's piecing him up. I was like, no, he's not. He's just like blocking
I
everything.
was rolling with everything.
That's what I was saying.
I was
It
like, I was
it
still
looked
trying
great.
to get range, and I didn't want to fire off unless I knew I could hit him.
Right.
And so, all right, like just trying to come forward until I felt comfortable. I was like, oh, there it is. But yeah, I noticed that too when I rewatched it. They're like, he's piecing him up. I was like, he wasn't hitting me. He was not hitting me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's I think the one word would be pressure. It's pressure. My fighting style is pressure. Even if I'm not throwing at you, it's pressure.
Right.
You're like, I'm standing right there with toe to toe, and you're just gonna feel my presence.
Right. Well, hey man, I thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit down with me and do this. I wish you the best, with your surgery and everything. I hope everything goes good. Hope your 2021 is as great and as perfect as you hope and as we hope. Again, yeah, thank you for doing this, man. Appreciate it.
Nah, man, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Have a good one, bro.